Hi, my name is Kir, and as you can see, I did my hair in a little bit strange way. As you can see, it's a little yellow, so I look like a baby chicken. But that's not the point today. Today's point is that I want to talk about how I got into going to concerts because oftentimes when I record a video, I talk about like, oh, I go to this concert and I meet this kind of people, and I think it's nice to share how I started going to concerts, why, what's like what kind of concerts you should be going to and stuff like how to get into the like alternative scene a little bit more. So usually when I tell people that like, hey, if you want to, get into alternative scene, you should go to the concerts. Oftentimes what I hear back is like, oh, but there is no concerts in my area. There is no concerts near me. And to that I say, bullshit, because there are alternative concerts like everywhere. I promise you there are somewhere. And oftentimes there is like this trend right now of there being like concerts for underage people for free because in Sweden at least, they're like schools that teach music. They often like let the students create bands and then they help promote the said bands through venues, but like they make it for free because it's directed to like underage people who often don't have a lot of money. And if you're not established artist, then obviously no one is gonna pay like 150 kronor to go see you. So oftentimes it's like free, which is amazing. And at least in Sweden, this way. I don't know how it is in other countries, but I think it's there must be something similar to this. So I'm gonna try to talk about in chronological order about the concerts I've been to because I've been to festivals, I've been to small concerts, I've been to big concerts, I've been to a lot of different concerts in my lifetime in my 17 years of life. So the first ever like real concert I've been to, honestly, it was a terrible experience because at the time I was working in the library and I found Les Lulis online. Les Lulis is like this French punk band. I don't know how I found them, but somehow I did. And then I found out that they're gonna have a concert in Gothenburg, which is a city pretty close to me. So I was like, wow, I need to go see them. So I did. But the issue is that, as I said, I was working in the library. So in the morning, I had to go to work, meaning that I did not have a lot of time to be at the concert really, but still was. And the first heartbreak was that the fact that it costs money, so it cost like I think 200 kronor, which is around 20 euros. So I paid that. I come there in my most punk outfit at the time, and mind you, I was around 15 years old at the time, 15, 16. Definitely 15. So I was little as hell, and I come there, and it was at a place called like Monument 21 or something. Anyway, basically it's like a space for like adults, and there's like a whole bar and stuff. But in my ticket, it didn't say it was 18 plus. But I come there, and everyone is 30 years old. Everyone is old as fuck, and I'm standing there just very awkwardly. But still, I watch and I go like, yeah, this is kind of nice. But then I have to go because I have to come to my city and I have to go sleep for work tomorrow. And I did not get to see Les Lewis because apparently they were like the last band. And at the time, I did not know about the like there was gonna be a band before them. I did not know that because I was a noob. I did not know about uh, all this. So I got really sad, and I think I cried all the way home because I was like, "Fuck! I did not get to see fucking Les Lewis." I still follow them on Instagram for some reason. I don't really listen to them anymore, but I just see them sometimes. Anyway, after that, I was on Instagram and I was very sad scrolling, and then I suddenly find out about this place in Gothenburg, a free place with like a venue with like free concerts. I go like, wow, okay, so I'm 15, and this place is like it says like 13 to 18 free entry, and I was like, wow, okay, I'm gonna go there. So I did for the first time. It was rainy as shit, but the people there were really nice, and they obviously saw that I was a fucking noob. They never seen me before, and oftentimes in this kind of place, there's like an established scene of people that you're gonna see. Like oftentimes, like all the times, there's like as I said, established people who go there all the time, and you see them all the time. And if there's someone new, they're gonna notice that you're not in the group really. So, but they're not mean. They're really kind. So I started going there a lot. I met a lot of people there, and that's how I like got into the like alternative scene a little bit more. I've always been alternative, but this is like the first time I actually got alternative friends. through the said concerts. So I continue to go there, and I'm gonna try to describe like small concerts to you right now. So usually, if it's a free concert, first of all, you need to be fast there because there's gonna be a lot of people, and oftentimes the place is very small. It holds around maybe 100 to 150 people in the room, and oftentimes like the first who comes goes in, and if you come too late, then no place for you. And that happened to me once. It was horrible, but it happened to me once. Uh, so you gotta come early, stay in line, go in there. They give you a little like stamp on the hand, and then you just are in there for free. It's really nice. And there usually is around like 3 or 4 bands, and those kind of concerts only last around like an hour and a half or so. So I think it's perfect if, for example, for me, because I live far away, so I can't stay for a long time. But an hour and a half is good enough, and I get to see like all the bands because each one of them only plays like 3 songs, 3 or 4 songs. Because this kind of concerts are mainly for just little entertainment or to push the smaller bands, like, yeah, so it's great, amazing. Next type of concert I'm gonna talk about is the big concerts. They're like Morrissey concert, Iron Maiden concert, and I've been to like I've been to Morrissey concert, for example. I'm gonna take that as an example, and Iron Maiden. So no, Iron Maiden was actually a very huge concert. It was in Stockholm, and there was like a huge arena. I don't know how to say it in English, but like a huge place where like you can sit, but also like a stadium. Yeah, stadium. It was a huge stadium. So a lot of people, and the first thing I'm gonna talk say about this concert is that because it is so huge and these are bands that people know, it's Iron Maiden, so like there's gonna be a lot of people. And the first thing is that personally I felt very like left out because everyone was wearing like Iron Maiden stuff, and I had nothing Iron Maiden because I don't really listen to them because I was there for my parents and my uncle who do like Iron Maiden a lot more than me, but I thought it's gonna be cool to be there. Next thing, at this kind of concerts, there is of like security. So if you have something like something metal on you, they're gonna take it. That happened to me. I had a little chain on my belt, and they took it from me. They told me, no, you can't have a chain on a fucking metal concert. So they took it from me. Not nice. So before you go to some kind of like this big concerts, just make sure that you don't have anything suspicious on you, like even like little chains or like little like spikes and stuff. They will take it away from you. You will never see it again because they all throw it in like a pile, and they just throw it away. Like I never got my chain back. They just threw it the fuck away. So you have to be careful around that. Another thing is that you probably won't make any friends at this kind of concert because again, it is a huge concert. So people who go there, there's no scene there. It's not a regular occurrence like with the smaller concerts. It's not a regular like events. It's a big event. It's one big event. So when you go there, it's oftentimes like people who are just either they're solo and they don't want to talk to anyone, they just want to see the concert, or it's like a group of people who already are friends and they obviously won't want to make more friends if they're already in a group. But that's just my personal experience there because everyone's a little busy because everything goes so fast and everything is like scheduled. So like you go in there, you have to wait in a line, then you have to go in, you have to get like a little stamp on your hand. I think I don't remember exactly. Then you have to go and go and go up and find your seat because I was sitting, I was not down like standing because I don't know. So it's a little bit more scheduled. It's a little bit more like you have to actually. It's like getting on a flight, kind of. You have to keep track of everything, where you're going, where you're gonna sit. So it's a little bit more stressful. And another big concert that I was at is Morrissey concert. It was in Denmark, so I had to drive a lot. Like my parents had to drive a lot. And there I did actually make some friends. Like not like I did make like one friend there. I think. I mean, I met some people there, and we talked a little bit. We have each other on Instagram, so that's nice. But at this, again, a big concert and a lot of people that are like hardcore fans. So it's a little bit scary because like I meet some dude who talks about how he met Jenny Ma, and he's like telling me, "Oh, you should come here in like October to see Jenny Ma." And I tell him like, "Dude, I live in Sweden. I can't. I have school. I have all this shit. I can't come here." Uh, but like this guy, he just like he assumes that I'm like this hardcore fan who will go out of my way to see Jenny Ma. I am a fan of Morrissey and Genuine Smiths, but I'm sorry, I will not leave like Sweden again for this shit. I can't afford it. But yeah, and I don't know. Do you talk to these people? And again, they like. It feels like they want to beat you up. It feels like they judge you all the time based on your answers. Like you tell them, like, "Oh yeah, I like the Smiths more than Morrissey," and they get mad at you. But yeah, I don't know. You just I don't know what to say. At Morrissey concert, it's like they all hate the Smiths for some reason. But anyway, so at the Morrissey concert again, you have to be a little careful with how many people there are because you have to make sure that you, for example, can get out safely because when the show ends, everyone's gonna be rushing outside and it's scary. I'm gonna tell you that it's really scary. Also, be careful with what you wear because it can get really, really hot in this kind of space, especially when it's summer. Because I went to see Morrissey in summer, and even though the Nordic summer is not that hot, still in the building, it was so fucking hot. I could not exist. I nearly fainted because it was so fucking hot in there. So just make sure that you wear something like not not too like warm because otherwise you might actually faint because in a lot of these big concerts like there's so many people that even if it's like cold outside, inside is gonna be like a fucking hot pot. You're gonna burn alive. So just make sure that you have nice clothes on you so that you don't burn like me. And Yeah, overall with the big concerts, it basically it's that it's just a lot of security, it's a lot of like planning. It's not like a little show where you can just show up anytime. You have to actually plan it. And also I don't usually go to this kind of concerts a lot because I don't like to plan a lot and I don't have this time on me. And this kind of concerts usually last a lot longer because you have to first stand there and wait for them to come. So I went in and I had to stand and wait for Morrissey to show up for around like an hour or something, and then he played for like 2 hours, I think, and then he left, and then you have to slowly go outside. So the whole thing together might take around like 4 hours. Iron Maiden took a lot longer because first you have to go in there. As I said, it's like a like flight, you have to like plan everything. So it takes like around an hour to even get in, and then like around an hour until they actually show up, and then like they play for 2 hours, and then like it takes you an hour to get out. A long time, and especially because oftentimes you have to drive to a big city, which also takes time. So altogether, you have to plan the entire like day or two for this. And the last thing I'm gonna talk about is festivals. I fucking hate festivals. I've been to Way Out West 2 times. Both times fucking suck ass. I mean, honestly, I love to see the bands. Okay, I love to see Slow Live. I love to see Iggy Pop last year. I love to see Pulp and all these cool bands. But I hate this system itself because first of all, the ticket itself expensive as shit. Okay, really expensive. Um, then it's really confusing on how you even get in because often there's like different tickets, and for each ticket there's its own little house that you have to go in, or like not a house, a tent that you have to go in and to get it like verified and get a little armband. And it's really confusing because for example my site is not really good, and there is like lines of people, like a really long line, and you can't really read what the tent says. You can't really read if it says VIP or like underage or like 18 you can't really read this. I at least can't. So for me it happened that I stood in the wrong line for like 30 minutes because I just couldn't read what tent I was going to. And then I was told like, hey dude, it's like a VIP and you're not a VIP. And I was like, oh fuck, I'm sorry. um so that's a little embarrassing. So I think the whole system of how you even get into the festival is really confusing because again, you first need to find a tent to get your bracelet, then you have to actually walk into the festival itself, and it's kind of hard to find the entrance because again, there's so many people. It's like army of people just swarming around, and they have to get in there, and you have to stand there with like this like a lot like a sardine with like a bunch of people and wait until you can actually like move your way in a little bit. And then in the like festival itself still you need to like have a Google Maps with you to actually go and find where you're supposed to be at, because each band plays at its own like stage, and you have to go find which stage, if it's a fucking flamingo stage or this other stage, or like fucking dick and balls stage. It's hard as shit. Okay, then you have to stand there and you have to run quickly to get a good place, because otherwise you just won't be able to even see the artist because there's so many people there that you won't even be able to get in. Uh, so you just stand there and you wait for a while. Then they finally show up and it's okay. But then again, because it's a festival, if it's like raining, it's gonna rain on you. You're gonna be wet. Uh, and if it's warm because it's summer, um, there's gonna be bees. There's gonna be bees that's gonna go around and fucking fuck with you like this. Fucking sucks. This one time, so I was like there, and me and my friend, we watched this Stone Queens of the Stone Age. I think, yeah, I think it was Queens of the, I'm not really sure who it was, but they play like some song, and people start to march to it. Now, marching in festival is like a big no-no. You shouldn't mosh in a festival because there's so many people. But they start moshing, and imagine my fucking 170 centimeter ass trying to mosh against people who are like fucking 190 and like weigh like 1,000 kilograms. I was fucking dead, and I fell a couple times, and I thought I'm gonna die because it was so many people. And I was so confused because why are you moshing? It's a fucking festival. Don't mosh in here. But scary experience. And me and my friends, we just like parts apart because like the crowd was so huge, and we stand together. But then they start moshing, and we just go like this. Then we have to try and find each other. It was really really hard. I don't know, it was hell. So both the times that I was at the festival, it was not nice, especially because then I have to make my way home, and the festival it lasts couple days. But I usually am there for just only one day because I don't want any more. But it's enough to make me hella tired. Oh my god, I don't know. It's just I don't like festivals at all. I wanted to go to this festival this year because there's gonna be the Cure, but I thought to myself like, fuck no, I don't want to go through all this. And there's gonna be fucking Somber there. I fucking hate Somber. Okay, fuck Somber. I hate him so much. Him and his fucking fake ass fan pages. Fuck him. But yeah, I just decided that I don't want to go to any festivals anymore. Hell, I don't want to be there. Also, everything at the festival is overpriced as shit. If you want to drink water, you can't because it costs like a fucking arm and a leg. T-shirts, they cost so much. I have a Slowday t-shirt. It cost me like 300 or 400 kronor. Fucking insane. Oh my god. No, hell no. But at Morrissey concert, the t-shirt there cost pretty okay. Like, I think it cost 250 kronor, like in Swedish, translated to Swedish kronor. But I don't remember exactly. But yeah, so that's it.